No one's watching. We're going live.
Well, that should be us up and about running, I think.
Cool.
You would hope.
Well,
Can't guarantee it.
I've got to move that. Hang on.
Good evening to everyone.
I'm going to be all side on.
We've got Duncan FX. We've got Barnes White. We've got James Shaker and Sprues. We did have Steve from Lazy Pirate Painting. I'm not sure if he's back or he's gone. So welcome, everyone.
Evening, everyone.
Just to get a few people coming in. Wants to have some water.
So what do you think of the 3D printer, John?
Yeah.
Good evening, Ham and Jam.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah.
You're giving the game away. God, it's a shock. It was going to be a shock release.
Yeah.
Evening, Lionheart.
It can still be a shock release.
It is, yeah, it's a shock release. Shock release to many people.
It's a very shock release for John to actually want to do 3D printing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought what we might do first off is, because people did ask about having a look at Lost Ark Games, didn't they?
They did.
And we might take that as our first little venture into the stream, perhaps.
All right.
Although people may join in a little bit later. So, yeah.
It's up to you. It's up to you how you want to run it, mate.
James says, once you have a 3D printer, it's hard not to be sold on them. You can't tear him away, James. Can't tear him away from it. And he has to share it with his boss at work, which is even worse.
I was very anti them, so now
John was very anti them.
I wouldn't even allow them to be mentioned at the club.
Spawn of the devil.
And yeah, I've gone. I will admit, I've gone completely the opposite.
It is a big topic, and I don't know if people don't watch them. The Two Fat Lardies podcast, and the last one, they were talking to. Is it a guy? I can't think of his second name, but it's Paul, who runs Empress Miniatures. And they were talking about 3D print and the effect that it's had on the industry and how it affects him. And he said, well, it's business, and if you're in that line of business, you've got to work with it.
Yeah.
You've got to set your stall out for what you want to sell.
I think with myself, the problem I had with myself is the fact that I know I lost 2 customers due to it.
Yeah.
They both bought 3D printers and I lost them, and they were regular purchasers of product in the store. So it was having a knock-on effect on my store, well, our store. So I think that's why I became a little bit anti them. But you know, at the end of the day, it's there. It's all the fault of Facebook. A picture came up on Facebook with some nice buildings that I thought I really like them buildings, and that was it. And I just thought I've got to take the bite because I'm going off MDF buildings. I really am.
Oh dear.
I'm finding them. The ones I'm doing are just too square. They're too.
They need a fair bit of work to make them look
perfect.
good.
While the little thing I'm printing at work at the moment, that's just gonna need painting, and it's all got angles and everything.
Yeah.
So
James says it'd be interesting to see how the store like Lost Ark could take advantage of them. There's some decent sculpts and cheap commercial licenses going.
We'll talk about that as we go through the video the evening. And I will be talking about that. We have come up with an idea.
A cunning plan.
A cunning plan.
John, have you found yourself sitting there just watching it print? Have you found yourself doing that? Yeah. I do it all the time. You just sit there
and go, oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it's got a little bit more now.
Yeah. Oh, it's for one more later. It's only took 10 minutes.
I was in yesterday, John saying, look, that little green line, when that little green line gets up to there, that's when it's finished. See, it's only a little while to go now.
Yeah.
Half an hour later, it was still going. Last night,
good evening, John Clarkey.
We were quite quiet last night, and basically everyone finished playing by 9 o'clock. We don't close till 10. And this print had about an hour and 10 minutes still to go. So I just stayed in the shop. I could have closed up and got home because there was no one else coming in.
Yeah.
But I just waited. I thought I'll wait for it to finish because I don't know if Mick's watching. But he doesn't know what I printed because I brought it home today and I've sat and painted it today. So I'll be showing that later on. So he doesn't actually know anything about that. That can go on to show people just what it can be like when it's painted and that.
Did his guitar stand work?
Yeah, that came out all right, actually. Yeah, it was good. And he done quite a tight mesh inside to it. It's quite strong.
All right.
Because obviously, if you're going to hang a guitar on it, you need it to be so strong.
All right, it's going to hang a guitar on it. It's a wall.
Yeah, you put that on the wall and then you hang the top bit of the car. I don't know what it's called. You know what it's called? I don't. The bit at the top with the little knobs.
Oh right, yeah,
that bit. You hang that bit on the. I think that's the bit. I don't know. I think it's that bit. I don't think it's the guitar you hang on there. I think it's that bit you hang on there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the headstock.
Yeah, Mick, I know, but I don't think he's actually on.
Where the tuners are.
Could be in Good Friday, of course. The shop isn't open this evening, so.
Yeah. What's Barry? Barry says, I'm with you there. MDF buildings all seem to look like small dolls' houses to me, but they are okay if the buildings you are looking to reproduce are planked.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, except for what Ken did.
What?
With your Spanish ones.
Oh, the Spanish buildings, yeah.
Where you've done a bit of work on them, so it takes it away.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It does. I mean, that's
they look really good.
We're talking about them. I haven't found a home for them yet. All of them anyway. So this is one of the Charlie Foxtrot MDFs.
Yeah, because you put that stuff all on the side of it and everything.
So
it's totally, totally changed what it would have looked like. So you've done a good job there. Yeah. But of course, on a 3D print, you get that already printed, and you just got to paint it.
It would be as it is, isn't it? Yeah. So I mean, Charlie Foxtrot, I mean, he tries to do different things. So you've got your roof, which is MDF. Small bits, and this is a step forward for him because this is 3D printed resin roof tiles. Yeah. Because normally he has a resin block, poured resin block.
Yes.
But for he's gone for the printed roof tiles, and they come from Sabotage 3D. So yeah, so everything's moving around in that way.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a basic, as you say, bog standard MDF building.
Yeah, it's come up all right. Did you put texture on that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the one at work I've done,
it does it.
I don't know if I can say the word I want to say. It's absolutely.
Yeah. They need work. I mean, the roofs. I mean, I've stuck it down so you can't take it off. Oh yeah, you can take that bit of roof off. But again, it's the old cornflake box.
Yeah.
So
I was going to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, friends of General Haig, good evening. So yeah, they need a lot of work. Whereas if you think about the 3D printed, bang, you've printed it. Well, obviously not quite as quick as that. Hang on, I'll just get myself back in focus. Not quite as quick as that, but then you just paint them.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the thing about what was it? Sabotage 3D Sabo bases, because he printed them up that you just prime them, dry brush them, and they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, are we going to get started on what we're doing?
Yeah, shall we? What do we
want to start with?
Let's get me
the shop.
You were saying that in the shop.
Go to Lost Ark, couldn't we? Lost Ark Games. Okay, let's see if I don't drop everything out of the pictures and mess it all up again tonight.
There we
go. I don't think we're going to get the carpenter coming tonight, so that'll be a bonus.
I'm hoping not to get any phone calls.
Yeah, my phone's on 15% as well, so that's quite amusing. So, okay, on the share screen. I did have it just a minute ago, and it's gone. Windows. Ha ha! And there we have John in his natural habitat.
Yeah, I spend more time there than I do at home.
You do, don't you?
I do. I start at 4, but sometimes I go in at 10 in the morning.
John in his natural habitat.
And I'll tell you when I did that, when the Virgin went down across there near enough the whole of the country.
Yeah.
I went in early in the morning. I was due to start at 10, so I went in at 8. And I was there till just after 4. Then I went home, and Virgin then went down a second time that day. So I went back to work till about 8:30.
Yeah, Martin, can you guess what these two people are talking about?
Yeah, go on, guess what we're talking about.
Well,
we've already mentioned it. We've already mentioned it.
3D printing.
3D printer.
He was telling me about some slicing software that he was recommending.
Yeah, James. Yes, this is in Stevenage.
Yeah.
Easy access down the A1M into the town centre, or on train through the leisure centre, across the street and into the back door by the car park. Works really well. Yeah, so let's have a wander.
That's all the board games that we stock. As we go around the shop, I'll explain my expansion program. Now, so the back wall there, we've got Mantic games at the top, and then we've got all bits and pieces for modelling. We've got all the different glues and that you can use, tufts, sand, rocks, knives. We do Victrix down the bottom, Victrix miniatures, ancient range down the bottom. So we got all them down there. We got a few other things. We got Ceris, Renedra stuff, Renedra, I should say. So we got all them, and we got Max Mini, which is a range of figures that you're going to see later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Now to give you the expansion, that used to be board games.
It did used to be board games. It isn't anymore.
That used to be board games.
Yeah, there is Undaunted there, isn't it? It's somewhere at the top, isn't it?
No, it's on the other shelf now. But Undaunted is in the. We've got it in the store.
Right, but it was there, hidden away behind.
Yeah, because that's the second one. That's the one that we've got reserved, sort of like behind.
Reserved, is it? Right.
Well, it's not reserved for someone. We got that sort of like as a backup for the one that's on the shop floor.
Right.
Rather than display both. Here's our Warlord section, bolt action, and a few other bits and bobs. We got a couple of bits of ancient and some Napoleonic. There's Undaunted on the shelf. Look, you can just see the Arab one. There's the Stalingrad one. That's our new release shelf. So we've still got it on our new release shelf at the moment because we haven't had much else in the way of new releases. And then we got.
All right, just hopped out again.
We're going away. Right. So you've got bolt action. We got rule books up the top. Then we got 0200 hours. We got another game. I can't think the name of it. Arch Wind or something. It's fantasy skirmish game.
Yeah. Got a couple of Too Fat Lardy rule sets up there, haven't we? Yeah.
You got some Perry plastics. We got the tabletop Tyrant bags at the top there. We got Fireforge, Griffin Beast, a bit more Victrix, and War Games Atlantic. They're all the historical bits and bobs that they do. We have all the other bits.
The only thing you can't get is the metal Perry, isn't it?
I can get very, very limited metal Perry because they actually get supplied to us through North Star. We have 2 suppliers. That's straight on the
board games.
That's all the board games which you already seen earlier. So that's them all up there. And that's our model cutter. Oh, there you go, model cutter. That's basically on the top. We've got the speed paints that are out at the moment. Then we've got a few army painter which match the starter sets, so people can buy replacements for their starter set. And then the rest of it is Vallejo.
And of course, I haven't got the picture this week. Last week we showed, 2 weeks ago we showed the one of the army painter stand, didn't we?
Yeah, the tall rank. The army painter stand is against the wall, and going next to that will hopefully be, if we can fit it in, will be the army painter speed paint rack that we're getting in June, because the speed paints are due in soon. They're launched on the 22nd. That's a box of 50 new speed paints. But I've now found out that in June there's another 40 colours coming out. The range is actually 90 different colours. So
see, next time I can just have a look here, can't I? Can I get it? Oh, and I can think, oh, that's the colour I want.
But yeah, so we've got to get a new rack, because there's no way we can put 90 more colours out. So we've ordered a new rack. Yeah. The only trouble is it's a freestanding rack.
Right.
We've actually got to put it on something.
Oh.
So that's that. What else you got, Ken?
And then I wandered out into the store.
This is our main playing area where we play board games, but the main use of it is Magic, the Gathering, Pokemon tournaments, because there's Pokemon board on the back wall there, and Yu-Gi-Oh! So on a Monday night and a Saturday morning we do Pokemon. Official Friday night Magic, of course. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is every other Saturday morning. We do a Commander afternoon on every other Saturday. We do a Pauper Magic every other Saturday to that.
Yeah, and
but then people come and casually play, you know. So I'd imagine we've had a few in today because it's been Good Friday, not probably at work, come in and play Magic. I think there was some. I think one of them asked about if they could do like a tournament during the day, because obviously we're not doing Friday night Magic because the shop's closed. I know tomorrow I've got some of the 40k coming in to play in the other room, but this room we can also, especially on a Wednesday night when we do our historical, the tables get turned, chairs get stacked, and we got some 6x4 boards, so we can set up war games in there. We'll have to take a photo of that one week so we can just show what we actually do. Didn't think of doing that on Wednesday. So that's that room, and then this is the official war games room. We've got 3 6x4 tables permanently set up in there, and on that back wall is all the 40k scenery that belongs. That's the historical scenery. So that's basically a lot of that's my scenery, which I store at the store and people can use. But that's all the scenery that'll be increased over the next few weeks. That's the 40k that belongs to a club that come on a Monday night and game, but they allow other people to use it, and that's what, and we store it for them. So that's that little bit there. Did you mean to show that one?
Yeah, no, I just stuck this one in because it was a bit of an anomaly.
Yeah, so basically we played Dragon Rampant a lot, and one of our lads, Matt, he does a pirate army. He's made a pirate army for Dragon Rampant, and another chap, Steve, bought him this at Christmas, this galleon. And I mentioned to him that there's a film where they got flying galleons. I can't remember what it's called. It's got Michelle Pfeiffer in it. Can't think what it's called. And yeah, it's got flying galleons. And I said, if you put like a cloud under it, you could have it floating on a cloud, and that's what he's done.
Yeah,
and it looks really good.
He's done a good little job on it, hasn't he?
Yes. It's quite a nice themed army he's done. It's one of the things I like about Dragon Rampant. You can just let your imagination go wild and do whatever you feel you want to do. What's he got written on it?
Laventi's Revenge.
All right, okay. Not quite sure.
Laventi's Revenge.
Yeah, so that's that. That's his boat.
Yeah. Good old boy. Yeah. James says a fantastic looking store. Yeah,
thank you.
John's done a lot of work in there to sort things out and get a lot of gaming stuff in.
Yeah,
there's certainly for,
because you didn't actually show two bits. Where we had the Undaunted, there's actually 2 sides. We got the Undaunted at one end and we got the paint at the other. There's actually like 2 sides, and they're both now wargaming. They were board games.
Yeah.
On one side we've got all the art. We got all the fantasy stuff. So we got we've got I'm going to try it on my head.
Mac Minis.
We got Mac Minis. We got bits and pieces on there. We got some 15mm Essex and West Winds one. Blah, blah, blah. Forged in Battle.
Yep.
And then on the other side, we've got all the 28mm fantasy like Frostgrave and all the War Games Atlantic stuff. Yeah, so we got a lot of fantasy stuff on that side.
A cracking selection of stuff in there at the moment.
Now, while we're on the subject, we have actually had a few orders come in on our online site for War Game stuff. We were just talking the other night to find out whether that was a reaction, because we don't normally get them, a reaction to watching the show. So anybody who's watching the show now or watches this on repeat, well, if you do buy something off the website, put in the comments that you saw it on Eccentric Man YouTube, okay? And when we send the order out to you, we will also include a discount voucher with that order for your next order, so you'll save some money. All right?
There you go.
So just make sure you put down, I saw you on Eccentric Man or Eccentric Man YouTube channel, so we can just judge whether we've actually got anybody from this doing this.
Yep, you never know, do you?
Yep, because as you know, we all sponsor Eccentric Man. We are a sponsor.
Does help me buy loads of things.
It don't, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, I don't know either.
You don't have to pay so much, but you're buying a lot more.
Yeah. So that's Lost Ark. So a little look at the store. So
if you did come down anyone and you got stuck getting there, just give us a ring and we'll give you directions. I bet tell you the opening hours might be a good idea.
Oh, yep.
Right, so we're open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 10 in the morning till 10 in the evening. Okay, back door is only open in the evening. Wednesdays we are closed unless you want to come down to our historical War Games Club and meet us all at the club, and then we meet there usually at 6 o'clock till 10, back door only. Saturday we're open 10 till 5. Sundays we don't open unless we're doing a special day, and that's rare.
Yeah,
maybe once every 2 months. Special days is if I got one of the things we do offer is all the local clubs that come to our store, War Game clubs. I say local, we've got some in London. They automatically get 10% discount on purchases. But there's one particular club that come every now and again and they say, can we hire the place? And they come in on a Sunday in War Game. I come in, open up for them, close shop, and I usually try and arrange a game. Yeah, that's how the store works.
Lots of fun.
You'll come and meet me.
John Clarkey says I could spend some money in that shop. I have.
I have. I say to people, they say and I say it's all for you, because you don't have to order the stuff. I do. And I get the order sheet come through. This is new. This is, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. And I end up spending a fortune just on new stuff. I can't get away from it.
We may have lost Martin there because he's holding his ear. Yeah, may have lost him along the way somewhere.
Yeah, he might be rebooting.
Yeah, I was gonna pick up what he's been doing of late, so he may be back shortly. Yep, here we go. Martin's back.
He's back.
Yeah, it keeps dropping out.
Yeah, you hear? Yeah, dropping out. Yeah. We're just finished off on that, Martin. We're gonna have a look at what you've been up to, what you got on the go at the moment. So we'll see if we
will know.
All right. Got to pick them up. Here we go. A starter for 10. But we might have lost him again.
No, I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So this is the Battle for Osgiliath set, which I've now assembled all the figures for.
All of them there.
Yeah. So good side and bad side. I've painted the troll, which you'll see on the next picture, I think.
That's looking good.
Well, that's just my usual quick paint job. So basically, I sprayed it silver, used Bugman's Glow on the flesh, brown strapping, and a wash. That was it. That's all I've done.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Nice and quick.
That's my tabletop. So it took me an hour to paint that.
And then, of course, on to the next bit.
Yeah, so I mentioned last time about doing the starter set for the English Civil War. So I've got the two commanders there, Essex and Charles First, and I said, should I do first? Should I do the Royalists or the Parliamentarians?
Yeah.
So far, the Royalists are winning so far on the vote. So if anybody wants to make a comment on who you think I should do, and then I'll make a start on that. So,
have you voted, Ken?
I haven't yet. Which video do I need to vote on?
But we're just gonna negate each other out.
And just vote on Ian if you want.
Right. So yeah. See, I would go. I would go parliamentarian, and John will go royalist. I would think.
So we cancel each other out.
Yeah. Yeah. So the figures on the next picture is all the figures from.
James says, "Where's the?" James has said, "Where's the ogre section? I've bought them all. The Max Mini ones, anyway."
Yeah.
There's still no. Somebody bought the ogre starter army, didn't they, John?
Oh yeah, the yes,
Mantic one.
Yeah, the Mantic one. Yeah, we've sold 3 of them. Anyhow, carry on with.
Yeah, and James has said maybe we could copy PCP and have an eccentric KenCon there. Oh, we have run bolt action tournaments, and the biggest one we had 24 players, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have the space for 24 at the moment because we borrowed next door's buildings, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Now I've seen there's a padlock and chain across the door.
Well, that's only because someone went in and nicked loads of stuff.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Because someone smashed the door open.
Ah, right.
Right then, what we got here?
Right, so that's the contents of the For King and Country starter set, obviously with 2 additional commanders. So all the figures are assembled, apart from I've ordered some extra pikemen because I don't want to use the pikemen with the
the pikemen. John went for eagle miniatures, didn't you? I think we mentioned them last time around.
Yeah, I've ordered some of Perry's, the mixed ones at the moment, but I'll need more because obviously this is only the first unit, so I'm going to need. Otherwise, then with all the same figures. Although the plastic ones are all going to be the same anyway, but they're not finished yet. I've not put the hats on them because I don't know whether they're going to be parliamentarian or royalists. So at the moment, they're there with no hats on. So,
until you decide which one's which.
Yeah.
So you await the vote before putting the hats on.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That's the easiest way of doing it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
well, there we are. Let's start on the ECW for you. Right. Well, if ECW, I could do an update on my ECW then.
And then we just do my very, very small update.
And your little bit of work in process sort of update.
Yeah.
What's this all what you've been 3D printing, is it?
No. It's another thing that happened.
Loads of things happen. Always happen for John. All right, let's pick that up.
I think I mentioned it in the last video. I can't remember.
All right. So for me, I've got two infantry regiments and 1 cavalry unit. 1 cavalry regiment. But almost finished.
On them.
I've lost my summer WWS Scenics grass. static grass, the summer one. I can't find where I've put it, so I haven't finished the base yet, but we'll get there. So what we've got first up is Merrick's regiment, because we were going to do the earlier part of the army in the west, but it'll just remain as Merrick's unit, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, I like
we'd been waiting on the command bases, hadn't we? For putting our base, because we've done them on a separate strip, so they can either go in the front or behind. And John kept forgetting to order them from war bases, so I ordered them from eBay, 1 pack of 14 bases, and got 10 packs for some strange reason. So we've got quite a lot of those. And then we got Weldon's foot. And this is where I've got to do the static grass on the base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I'm not sure I like that pose.
Hey?
No, I'm not doing that either.
I'm not sure I like it. All right, I'll probably do it because I don't want to spend any more money out there.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
I've spent too much money as it is.
Yeah. And then finally off on the cavalry at the back. Hazelrig's Lobster. So yeah, so 2 regiments and a cavalry regiment done. So
yeah, I'm behind.
John's a bit behind now.
I will just say I've got them all sort of primed, ready to go.
Excellent.
Are you going to do for your commander, Ken?
My main commander?
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah.
What's his
Waving
name?
his hat. Makes a nice target for people to shoot at.
I don't know which commander I'm going to use because there isn't actually a model.
No, I don't know which commander I'm going to use. I just painted him up because I fancied painting him.
I fancy doing Rupert with the dog.
Well, I need a Waller. That's what I need. Where's Waller?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a Waller. Where's Waller?
I think
Warlord do a generic one, don't they? You can use for any.
Yeah, but I think I can't think what company it was. Keevan mentioned a company, and he said they do all the different commanders.
All right.
So I'll have to check with him on Wednesday.
Yeah, somebody may know it in the chat. Friends of General Martin said Royalists are hat agnostics. They'll wear anybody's hat. Rebel types will wear what they can cram on their pudding bowl haircuts.
But this is quite an interesting thing to say that, because I was talking to someone the other week, and we were talking about troops using other people's equipment. And that was to do. I think it was to do with a sword. It's a book I started reading, the Parvian, and he's on about he's have a double-edged sword. And I can't remember what I was talking about. He said they never had double-edged swords. But I said to him, if you're in a battle and you've just killed someone and they're lying there and they got a sword and you think, I really like the look of that sword, you're going to pick it up, aren't you? And you're going to use it. The same way as that argument on bolt action about Panzerfaust.
You're going to start on this bolt action thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Like the Panzerfaust.
Yeah. Can they use the MG?
Can British use Panzerfaust? No, because they jump in the trench where there's loads of Panzerfaust with a Tiger tank coming towards them, and they go, "Oh no, can't use them. They're German." They're going to bloody use them.
Yeah.
But there you go. It's like the bridge, isn't it, that we were going to do?
Yes.
That we never did. The British Paras, they used the machine guns, didn't they? German machine guns, the M34s.
Yeah. And then
There's a famous picture that's been painted of it. Them doing it. If you see something, you're going to pick it up, aren't you? If you like it, and you think, I like the look of that, I'm going to have that.
There was a Syria battle. I can't remember what was it called. The Battle of. It was where 11 Commando were fighting, and they went across and they used the 75mm French artillery pieces that they captured as they went across.
You're gonna use whatever you can use.
So Empress Miniatures and First Call Miniatures do ECW commanders, Lionheart says. Friends of General Haig says Warlord do a load of them, like they do.
But not the ones we won, are they? We went through them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I saw something, yeah. Could be First Call.
I want Hopton.
I'll have a nose at First Call. So
We'll have a look.
Let's have a look at John's work in progress this week.
Yeah, it's not a lot. Have you combined it all, or you done it as two separates?
Two separate.
Okay. The first one should be the ECW.
Yep, just pick it up to share screen. Oh, I wish I could do this.
You're doing fine.
You have plenty of practice now, Ken.
Oh, no, I've gone on to something different, John. I picked up the wrong box.
No, you haven't. It's the next picture. Do the next picture.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, so we'll start here. Right, so basically, this is what's been taking up my time for the last few weeks. We got it in the store. Mick purchased it for the store, and we've been practicing with different software, and we had a problem where it kept printing at the back of the plate rather than the middle, and that was because we had the wrong printer selected. So we've sorted that now. So we're just sorting out how the thickness is and supports and all the rest of it and how it all works. And it's taken a bit of time because obviously you can't do it if I'm at home. I can't do it, so I have to only look at it during my shifts. And we've printed off a few little bits, little archery thing that Ken quite likes.
Yeah, that will go on.
Yeah, there's a little like archery stand. There it is. Put your thing over it. There. It's like an archery stand. So, and we got a barrel that we printed. The terrain at the back, I purchased an STL file to do some terrain. And I've also purchased a little hobbit house for my halfling army that I'm building. And that's basically the machine. And we're basically been teaching ourselves how to operate it. And this is a little tree I printed last night. This is the one I was waiting to come home for. Because what I want to do is with me, the Hobbit army, I'm going to get like a Hobbit village. But I've decided I want the whole of the scenery that I can do in 3D print. So that'd be the trees, bushes, and everything. I want to 3D print. I found a few files, some really good ones. This was a free one that I just trialed because I actually put supports on this. It's the first thing I've done with supports. And I took them all off, took it home and took them all off, and I painted it today. I'm quite pleased how it came out. There's an idea of scale. It's only a tiny little tree, but it's perfect for 15mm.
Yeah.
My 15mm cavalry next to it, and my Catholic army. And it's a small tree for a 28mm. Simple as that, really. It's just a small tree, and you get small trees, you get big trees.
Small trees.
And there is some others that you can buy, which are much better. And this is Talbot's regiment for the Royalists. They're a regiment that came over from Ireland in 1643. It might have come from Ireland. I'm not going to say anything. Right.
500 years out there.
Yeah, it's right. Something just going in my head, but I'm not saying it because I might get told off. Right. So, that's the next regiment that I'm in the middle of doing. So I've done one musket block, and I've not put them on the base yet because the other block of muskets I've got to do are in slightly different clothing. Because what happened was we had a customer order some stuff, and I had to make the order up. So I got the minimum order from Warlord. So I ordered 2 packs of the metal muskets, and I've ordered 2 different ones. So I want to mix. I think looking at that, I might have done 2 of the same. No, I think I've done 2 of the same actually. There's sort of like a bit more ragtag.
They're looking nice.
That's the yellow regiment with the white flags with doggies on it.
Yeah, so they've come up nice.
So I have painted more than that, but that will be revealed in the next one of the other bits.
It's
which is the other thing that's taken me for the last few weeks to do. We're going to go straight into that?
Yeah, we're going to that.
Okay. So basically, this is a project. I've mentioned it before. This was my El Cid army that I painted during the pandemic. It'd been sitting in the drawer for 2 years because the game we were going to play, which was To the Strongest, we stopped playing. So we just sat there and I thought I'm going to paint it. And I painted it as a fantasy army, basically, that could be used historically and fantasy. But they were all singly based for Saga, etc. So we're doing Impetus and they go on multi-bases. So I spent the last 2 weeks totally rebasing everything. Now, this little lot here, this is my Andalusian cavalry, and on the back, they're my medium cavalry. While I was rebasing, I was watching the El Cid film with Charlton Heston that was on BBC on iPlayer while I was doing it. And there was a cavalry unit. He meets, I can't remember the chap's name, but he meets a Muslim and he basically fights against them and then he lets them go free. And one of them sort of becomes his friend. And there's a particular scene in it where these cavalry come charging in to rescue him when he gets ambushed by the other Muslim general. And that's basically, I've tried to copy what they look like. They all had white cloaks and that. So I've tried to paint them and I'm tending to paint a whole unit of them. So that's my light and medium cavalry command. This is my heavy cavalry that got totally routed in the battle on Wednesday and lost me the battle within about half an hour, I think it was. I didn't roll very well and he rolled very well and I got massacred and my whole flank collapsed. And that's El Cid at the front. And they're all my heavy cavalry. They're not 100% accurate, I'll be honest. I've gone for a theme, as you might notice, with the yellow and the red, because I think it looks really cool. Bit of artistic license there.
Yeah.
And this is my light infantry, light javelin and some bowmen. And, again, they've all got that same colour system. And then the big one, my infantry. 4 units of infantry and 2 units of archers.
And again, people on that base. It's two bases wide, is it? Some of them?
Yeah, 2 deep, 2 bases deep, because I've got a back rank and a front rank.
Yeah.
Now, some of these and some of the cavalry were actually my Norman army. And I just had to incorporate them into it by just painting the new shields and painting the helmets, just to mix them all up. So they're a mixture of, the whole lot is a mixture of Crusader miniatures, metals, from their El Cid range. Conquest, is it Conquest to do the plastic? Not used to do the plastic Normans? It's Conquest, isn't it? The old plastic. The old plastic Normans, I'm sure it's Conquest. There's some of them in there. And also Victrix Normans are in there. And there's a few Griffin Beast figures in there as well. So
yeah.
It's a mixture of different makes. Got a nice bit of variety. Looks nice on the table.
Does look nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
3D printing, rebasing, and painting a few bits.
Very nice. All right. Well, so what have I been up to then?
Yes.
Let's have a look. Well, not huge amounts
Something
of things.
big.
It's big.
Big, yeah, certainly big.
Big.
Let's pick them up.
Very big. Now, just think, when he shows you these, I'm going up against him with halflings. All right. Well, that's one of the armies that's going against him.
We'll start with the little ones.
Yeah, they're about the same size as the halflings, I think.
Yeah, start with the little ones. These are Max Mini, aren't they? Are they from Tabletop Games or?
No. The only ones that were TT Combat were the halflings that they did for them.
So these are Max Mini.
They're Max Minis. They're all Max Mini now because I think they've gone back to Max Mini.
There's a little unit of 18. So I've done them as 2 troops that could be made up. The Kings of War. And they were a bit of fun. Yeah. So they were a bit of fun painting them up. Did them in I didn't want to go green for goblins.
No, I
So
think you don't.
I did a
Very good choice.
skin colour, and they're supposed to be red gobbos or red goblins. So we went that route.
They look really nice.
Yeah, I'm very pleased with those.
They're resin, by the way, guys. The Max Minis.
Yeah. And then we've been painting this one up this week, which is a bit of a biggie. I'm not sure you get such a good scale size there, so we go to this one. And this little chappy here is Baron's War from Footsore.
And he's about twice the size of an halfling.
They are, yep, he's about twice the size of a halfling. So you've got Max Mini ogre lange neck type person, which is a nice little figure. And then we moved on to some cavalry, which will be chariots in my Kings of War army. So a couple of those, and then the big one. And it is huge.
That about 8 inches.
I didn't tell you. Yeah, it's
To give you an idea, also just price wise, which makes them very, very. That model, believe it or not, was £25.
yeah.
Which is very cheap. The products are very good, and they're all on our website as well. If anyone wanted to order anything,
That's good value.
Yeah, it's very good, very good.
I mean, that's it. I mean, what was it? The this one. I think they were £10.50, weren't they?
Yes,
For the individual character.
Is it £10? No, it's £10, I think.
£10, yeah. So, yeah, so that's what my painting's been this week. Oh, and the two, I didn't take a picture of these because I haven't finished the base, but that's them up on their base now. Yeah,
we're hoping to have these on Wednesday night. We're doing the Kings of War, aren't we? So,
what's that, Martin?
That's a big cavalry unit, isn't it?
Yeah, they are pretty big, and well, we'll see how it all works on the day. So what else have we got? Pictures of the up and around about. We've done Martin's, and we've done Lost Ark. We've done mine, bits and pieces. John's Spanish, John's working project. Yeah, we've done those. Yeah, here's, if you remember 2 weeks ago, I showed the war game Atlantic Ogres, didn't I? Well, this is the guy Miguel Rabidus on Twitter, and this is what he's done. And how he's using them. So I'm not quite sure where these little people have come from, but he's using them in his army there, and just mixing in the odd ogre. And if you think they're probably 20 by 20 bases, so the big guy is probably filling in for 4 figures.
Yeah. Good idea.
And I think they look really nice. Yeah, they come up really nice, very nice. So it's just
what game system that's for?
James says his money's on the halflings. Yeah, but I am working on my wizard. Well, ogre warlock, should I say?
All right, all right.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
What's he going to get now?
John's getting one now.
Yeah.
Not built yet. It's still in the box. I think that could take your ogres out.
Oh, look.
I
Yeah.
said it's rolled in the half inch. I really like that model. I think it's so cool. I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing on my bases for the halflings is putting farmyard animals in.
What, mixing them in?
Yeah, put a pig in it, put like a pig or a sheep or something on the base.
Yeah, I can see that.
That could be quite funny.
So match Ken's
you're
duck.
getting STLs then on plastic on sheep for your.
Yeah, because no, figure wise, it's not going to be 3D printed because we can't 3D print figures.
No, the ones, the little ones are being very difficult. You need the resin for that, don't you?
You need the resin for that, and I'm not going down that route. Not yet.
You need the resin for that.
I've watched some videos on resin, and I'm just thinking that I can't be bothered to do all that aggro. I just want to plug it in, switch it on, and put a chip in him, plain, and that's it.
The resin printers looks absolutely amazing. How they work, as it pulls it out, and as they come into life, it's quite amazing.
I did consider it, but we might get one for the shop at a later date. But we just got there's so much more to worry about, fumes and all the rest of it, and chemicals. I'm very pleased with this little tree that I printed. I'm just holding it now. My little tree.
Your little tree.
My little tree. I would increase the size of that and print it twice as big.
Ah.
But I've discovered something last night on the printer that I think we've got it set up on the actual program at 50 speed when we could bump that right up to 100.
Oh, right.
Yeah, to make it print quicker because people have been saying it seems to be taking a long time to print stuff. So I'm going to try that. Next print, I'm going to do that. I'm going to up that to 100 to get it started, and then up it by to 150% once it gets started.
Yeah, James says he swapped his FDM printer for a resin one, but it's amazing, but more fiddly to get a good print, and it's relegated to the carriage.
Yeah. See, I'm in a bed sit at home, so I can't really do it.
I mean, again, depends what resin you use and the smell of it, and then you've got to clean them off in the alcohol, clean all the water. And
people said use water based and then use a charcoal filter with it as well, but it just seems a lot of effort.
Yeah. So so probably the last section before just sort of chatting is what's new, and I haven't really seen vast amounts of what new, but I have bought some bits.
Oh, we bought
this year.
I didn't know about these.
Yeah.
Sneak these ones in, Ken.
Yeah, these are Amira.
Are they backformed?
They are.
They
are, and this is going to be for the What a Cowboy terrain.
All right, okay. That's
so one at the back may be the mine, and have a cut into it and have a mine entrance.
Right.
So we're thinking on that, and then there's just a couple of little hills. But these were a tenner for the three.
Right, isn't it?
So which I thought was a pretty good price, to be honest. My trusty Crusader.
The only thing with backform, you've got to be very careful with them because they can crack.
It will be going on a solid piece of MDF, I think.
Yeah, but it still can. Someone goes and presses on it too hard, it will crack.
Yeah.
So I think when people use it, you're just going to have to tell them.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be relative.
If it cracks, they're replacing it.
Yeah. So
fill them with plaster.
Yeah, you could put them in plastic. They come very heavy though.
Yeah. I'll probably be to start off with. Maybe use the that one, the Vallejo Earth.
Right.
Because that sticks to more or less anything.
Yeah, I know.
And gives a good key surface. So
what you could do, Ken, is get some doweling and cut the dowel in the right height.
Right, and then just put it
inside the middle of it, and then glue that to the base and glue the dowel in. So you've got
give a bit of space, but give a bit of strength to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one way you could do it, probably.
Yeah. So next up, any scale on the interwebs, and this is a new little bit that is doing artwork for scatter, table scatter. So obviously, I think you'd have to print off your little pictures and put them in the picture frames, and then you've got cartons for oh, let's go back again.
They look good
for that.
That
could be a fun little objective.
You've got a damn good printer to get that small.
These are what, the little pictures?
Yeah, to print them that small and get detail, you can be able to have a really good printer.
Yeah, yeah. Magazine.
Or cut them out of magazines.
Yeah. Oh, just going back in history, isn't it? That cutting out bits of paper from a magazine. Wow. So yeah, any scale. If people aren't aware of him, any scale on the internet, resin vehicles, resin scatter, different scales, but nice, very competitively priced. Very competitively priced. And then my last bit is from Fenris Games, a Kickstarter that came through.
Right.
So I've got the other rubble city bits.
Yeah.
So I've got some of these now.
Cool.
I should have more or less a whole village done. But these ones come as little buildings. You've got roof tiles and bits. And then, of course, what a cowboy. The orders have gone live. Pre-order has gone live. And it will be being released on the day of Salute. So you can do pre-order, and if you're going to Salute, you can pick it up from Big Rich and Nick there. But if you want to have a look at how it plays, they put a new video up today, I think. Yeah, put it up at noon today, and it's a playthrough with two cowboys each, and they run through a little game, and they go through all the different mechanisms, which is well worth a look. Certainly, it's going to be, could be a bit of fun that we should be trying out. Oh, we've got all called to my knees.
Very fun, isn't it?
It's been in one place too long. Not good. Yes. There we go.
Painkillers.
Yeah. I took some of those earlier, but we'll take some. Probably take a few before we go to bed. So we've got a few more people. We got E4 Airman. So good evening, and David Baker. Good evening to you, and Cal Vanoni. Hopefully, I've gone all right with that. So little bits and pieces. So I don't know if anybody else has seen any new bits. John, anything new come your way?
No, not really. Other than the new speed paint when it comes out on the 22nd, which we're doing in store. Other than that, I've not really seen anything. Oh, there's some new Victrix. I think the late Roman.
Oh yeah, the late Romans.
Heavy infantry. They're now available, which I'll be ordering next week. But I've not done the orders this week because of it being bank holiday.
Yeah, so that's Age of Ark, isn't it, sort of thing.
Yeah, because if they don't deliver by yesterday, then it'll be sitting in the warehouse for the whole weekend. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Things go missing when you do that.
Well,
so I'll be ordering them next week. Yeah. We've already got the paints ordered. I've already got them coming. Got 15 box sets coming. So, yeah. So that's basically all I know.
Doing Dux Britanniarum or going for
Sorry.
If everybody's going for Dux Britanniarum, the Lardy game, or Lion Rampant, they'll work quite well in those, wouldn't they?
Yes.
To have the Arthurian.
Yeah, they're quite late Roman, aren't they?
Yeah. Sub Roman Britain.
Yeah, I think they're right near the end of the Roman occupation. So obviously it would be sub-Roman because they took all the armour, didn't they? That basically left and used it.
Does anybody do 54mm cowboys? Well, 3D printed ones, probably yes.
I don't know what scale, like, the old toy cowboys we used to use years and years ago.
Plastic ones.
Yeah, they're 54mm, I think.
They were great. The 7th Cavalry.
They're still available, but it's just very hard to find.
Cavalry. Oh, that goes back. Yeah, cool.
Is it Old Glory? Old Glory to do 54mm. So one of the manufacturers does 54mm. Don't know if they do cowboys.
I don't know if they do cowboys. I think Victrix do 54mm figures.
I can go back to 1965. 1965? Yeah, 1965, I reckon. Playing with the Britons or Tempo, even, whichever it was, the 7th Cavalry or the Knights and the Knights.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With my cousin's wooden fort. Only ever went there Christmas Eve.
I've seen the Knights. I don't know about the Cowboys, but I've definitely seen the Knights in Smith's toy shop.
Must be
similar things, not exactly the same ones, of course, but similar ones. Yeah. I think you can get them on Amazon, probably.
Probably would. Yeah.
But that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. 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 It was in the US, Toy Soldier Company. So a lot of cowboy remakes of Marks, etc. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I always wanted to get, but never ever managed to do it? You know when you used to get the old comics, and on the back page,
you had the adverts.
The adverts for the plastic soldiers.
Yeah, they were all America though, weren't they? They were had to buy them from America.
They were. It's like, how could you order and buy them when you were 10?
Yeah.
Could you imagine asking your parents, can you work out a way that how you can buy this for us?
Yeah.
So Perry's have got a new kit coming out for Salute. They have. I can't remember what they were though. Oh.
I think a lot of people have new stuff at Salute.
Yeah. Yeah. And Perry's do 40mm ACW. Yeah, they do. So, if we going forward, then 7th, 14th. The next one's going to be after Salute, isn't it? Is it?
No.
Before.
Night before Salute.
Just before, isn't it?
It's the 14th next Friday because we got the Magic the Gathering release.
Yeah, so it'll be Friday the 21st.
Yeah, if you wanted to do one.
I'll be going to bed very early because I'm getting up to get a lift to Salute and catching the car at 5:45. Just so that I don't have to get on the train at Stevenage and travel down and get my way across London.
Can we move it to another night?
Friday's probably just as well.
Yeah, we could do an hour one, do a small, shorter one, so you're not up too late.
Yeah, just depends. Yeah.
Yeah. So we mustn't paint a lot, so we can show it very quickly.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to paint next week. Well, I'll probably do. It'll probably be American Civil War.
I know what I'm painting.
Be another unit of Texas Brigade.
Yeah.
You'll be doing the what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I mean, it looks like it's going to be Royalist at the moment.
Royalists?
Yeah, it looks like they're winning at the moment.
Yeah, look at that. E4 Airman says he thinks he paid $2 for the comic soldiers. I'm sure. Yeah, I can't try to remember how much it was for us to buy them. It wasn't huge, was it?
All I know is my dad used to just say, "I'm not buying something from America. I'm not getting sick over it."
Yeah. It would have been huge when we looked at it at the age of 8 to 10. Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Actors and Alien says Royalists gets his vote. Looks like it's Royalists then.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Royalists, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you decided what regiment it will be first?
Well, it's King Charles, isn't it? Doing Charles.
All right, King Charles's regiment.
Royalists is going to be Charles. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Man, if it's parliamentarians, it's going to be Essex, Earl of Essex.
Yeah. Oh, there's Lionheart's going for Parliament. Well, if anybody is going to salute, Lionheart says that he is. I will be there somewhere on a table playing Bolt Action, as I said, probably the other time, with Airfix figures.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's amusing. I've got to work out. I don't know whose figures we're using, but
I think they're all Jans.
Are they all Jans?
I think so. Yeah.
But I will be playing.
I know the others. I know the others. The others are bringing along boxes to put on the table just to display old Airfix stuff. I won't be there. I was going to go, but I won't be now. I've got some problems in my knees. And the last salute I went through, I ended up with a walking stick, so I don't particularly want to go through that again.
Axis and Aliens is just disillusioning us, John. He says, I grew up between the US and the UK and can tell you those comic book offers were often misleading and the quality was terrible. You didn't miss out on much.
Do you remember the other one that used to be on there? Oh, them sea creatures. What were they called?
Oh,
seahorse or something, weren't they? You could buy these seahorse things.
I don't know. I can't remember those ones.
Do you remember them?
No.
Yeah, I remember them. You put them in, you could grow them. And because I watched a program a little while ago, and they were explaining what they actually were. They were some sort of bacteria, not bad bacteria, but they were good bacteria, like little insect, and they looked like little seahorses.
Right.
Yeah, I remember them being on there, and I believe the other thing that was on there was the gun.
Yes, it's true.
What?
Or the Tony Atlas fitness course.
Yeah. And you always had that picture of the bloke kicking sand into his face.
Yeah. Paul says sea monkeys.
Yeah, sea monkeys. That's them.
Sea monkeys. Yes.
Sea monkeys. And the other thing that appeared on there that did actually come out in this country was the gun. The one that fired a rocket, turned into a pistol. Was it Johnny 7 or something called?
Yeah.
That always used to be on it. And I actually got one of them when they come out in this country. My dad bought me for Christmas.
There you go.
And my mum threw it away.
The one I remember is the Commando parachuter. Remember that was a little plastic parachute?
Yeah. I'll tell you a story about that gun. It didn't last very long because my dad came home from work because he used to work on the post office. And in them days, they used to work on Christmas Day at the post office. And he came home and it was in the bin. It was sticking out the bin. And they had a massive argument over because he said, I've worked really hard to get that and all the rest of it. And the reason it was in the bin was because my sister got a load of talcum powder for Christmas. And we thought, snow. And we spread it around the bedroom. Covered in talcum powder. And my mum went ballistic.
Oh dear. So General Haig, friends of General Haig will be there with table GG06. the Battle of Dachau, 1627. Well, I'm hoping to get some time first thing in the morning because we're not playing first up on the table. There's some other guys playing on it, so I'll get a chance in the morning to have a wander around and see what I can find. Yeah, James says he had those plastic suicide parachutists. just like a rock. They did.
Yeah, I think the sort of figure was about 4 inches long, and the parachute was about 3 inches in diameter. And didn't do anything.
Well, you wrapped it round it, didn't you? You threw it up in the air.
Yeah.
And by the time it unwrapped, it hit the ground.
Yeah, those were the days.
I wonder if they'd worked if you'd actually gone to top of them like a tower block and dropped it off.
Probably would.
I wonder if it would have worked, or maybe just gone. Pew.
I don't know, but I tried umpteen times to get that parachute to open, and it never did.
Yeah,
some bloke said or something down the bottom.
The point for me was off of the landing down the stairs.
Yeah,
and it never opened by that time.
I remember I got my Action Man, and we put a piece of string from the bedroom window upstairs out into the garden, and we put his hands on it and let him go down it. He got about halfway down before he fell off.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Good to see that we're still playing with soldiers.
Yeah, still playing with them.
Yeah, Action Man was great.
Yeah. Although I saw some of I can't remember what it was that I saw, and they were saying that Action Man was fine, but what your nan actually bought you was the other one that didn't actually look like Action Man.
Wasn't the other one the American one?
I don't know.
Wasn't it G.I. Joe?
G.I.
I think it's the American one. Did America have G.I. Joe?
I had the Action Man. I even had the Action Man with the eagle eyes.
Yeah, that used to go side to side.
Yeah, little switch in the back of his head.
And when it broke, it went boss-eyed.
Access says he's just saying that if anyone ever made an Action Man or G.I. Joe war game, it'd be all over it.
Yeah. Imagine how expensive that would be.
And how big the battlefield would be.
The thing is, we used to have, the Jeeps that you get, wasn't it? Yeah. The duck. We had an Action Man.
And they done the tank as well, didn't they? The scimitar.
Yeah. But we used to sit on it and ride it down the slope on the local hospital by us. That's how big it was. Because you
can do that now. I'll be health and safety doing that now.
I'd probably smash the thing if I tried that now.
Action Man. Yeah, well, couldn't really afford very much with that Action Man stuff because you could get the Action Man, but the actual kits and the uniform and all that, we didn't have the money. No. So my mum used to knit it. so I had Action Man in knitted snow kit. So little jacket with the old hood. so she would knit, and she knitted the white trousers, and then.
I'm sorry, I've just had a vision go in my head. I'm sorry.
And then she did the French Resistance with the French with a black jumper and sort of denim type jeans.
I just had a vision of an Action Man with a little knitted dress on.
You didn't do that.
Nicked it off Barbie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Barbie's all dressed up for full combat, and Action Man's a little dress.
Access and Aliens, hand-me-downs of both Action Man and G.I. Joe. Action Man was way better quality. Yeah. James had Action Man. Yeah. Access and Alien says, Martin, I tried using the Action Man motorbike and sidecar as a roller skate.
Did you go on your ass? That's the question. Yeah, no.
I suppose, and on that walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
We shall say thank you very much for watching us tonight and taking part in the chat. And if you watched this on Catch Up, thank you very much for watching it on Catch Up. And we'll be back on the 21st then. We'll have something. We'll try and get something painted in the meantime.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be royalist to me.
All right. Cheers, guys.
So take care all, and catch you on the 21st.